Let's talk about live Instagram videos. They are such a great way to be reaching your people. And there's a lot of ways to do this. But as in Facebook Live, the most important part is that we prepare beforehand. We really want to think, what's the content? What's the purpose? Am I doing a Q&A session? Am I doing a tutorial? Am I doing a workshop? Am I sharing a message of inspiration or hope? What is it that you are going to be bringing to the table? Now, if you are not used to going on Instagram Live, you may not get a ton of viewers depending on your followership. So it's really important, as we discussed in Facebook Live training, to broadcast and to share that you will be going live. You want to advertise that. So in the days leading up to the broadcast, you'll want to indicate the time, making sure people are going to be there. Maybe it is a Q&A session, so you can ask for questions to be submitted before then in your advertising and saying, I'm gonna be going live on Tuesday at noon. Hit me with a direct message if you have a question you want me to answer on this. Maybe you're a professional in some field, and that would be a great way for people to ask you questions and to get their interest and to start building this communication portal for then the future lead-in into Zennoa. So going back to also what we've talked about in Facebook Live being, what's the end goal? And that's something we've been asked a lot. How is all of this really turning people into affiliates and getting product and getting them into the opportunity? So a lot of that really depends on just how tech savvy you want to get. It could be as simple as your main goal is to get them on the phone. Maybe you are someone that really does well just talking to people. And if so, having a direct message communication and building that trust and that rapport, and then being able to share a phone number and call somebody to share more, maybe that's the only strategy you need. Maybe you want to go a little higher level in terms of getting a little more automation going on, which could be driving people to that lead magnet or that place where they're entering their email information in exchange for a piece of content that you are giving them for free, whether it's a PDF download, maybe it's a video. There's a lot of different things. It could be a quiz they want to take. So there's many options as far as what that free lead magnet might be, but that gets them in your system and then can kind of get them warmed up to what it is you want to talk to them about, and getting them eventually on the phone interested in what you are doing and how you are so happy and why you are going about sharing all of this great information. So you might have a blog and you want to drive people to the blog. Well, on the blog, you might have that lead magnet, which is definitely a good idea. If you're going to have a website or a blog, you need a way to gather emails. And what we know of current trends, just having people sign up for a newsletter isn't working too well. The statistics for this are very low. So lead magnets are working. You got to think, what is a really valuable piece of information I can give away for free? But again, not to overwhelm those of you who are so new to social media and digital media, but those of you who are already in those realms, be sure that you have that, as that's a really great way to get people in your system. So knowing the end goal is a conversation, is getting people to trust you, to like you, to want to communicate with you and listen to what you have to say to improve their lives as well. So let's go back to live video. You've advertised it, you're ready to go live. Make sure, just like in our Facebook Live course, you have great lighting, you've got good quality sound, you're not in an airport where planes are just taking off and people are all around it, it's lots of noise. You get to decide that. So once you click the Go Live button, you will be able to see people's comments popping up from the bottom. Now they do scroll. You can turn those off, which isn't probably the best idea because you want to be communicating with these people. But if for some reason you'd like to turn those off, simply click the ellipsis button in the comment section and you can then turn those comments off. Now, if you'd like to pin a comment, maybe you have a friend who is going to get on there and comment while you're live and give people the URL for your lead magnet or for your free Facebook group or for some place that you are going to be gathering people. Then they could go get that, they could go comment you can simply hold your finger over that comment, and then it should give you the option to pin that comment so that people can find it really easily and see it if they're tuning in even 3/4 of the way through your broadcast. Another thing that you can do in your live video is direct people immediately to what it is you want them to do. What's the purpose that you're here for? Why are you sharing this? And what do you want them to gain from it? The more you have that feeling of what you're giving to your audience and what they're going through, what they're feeling and experiencing, that's even more incentive for them to trust you and to like you. It's less about what I'm doing and all these things and turning it around into, maybe I'm sharing an experience that's helped me. Maybe I learned how to find the right shoe for marathon running. Maybe I have a new green smoothie in the morning that I'm just loving and it's giving me so much energy. But then turning it around saying, you know what, I got on here to share this because I know it will help so many of you guys, and I want the best for you, and I'm happy to be sharing these things. And so we just really want to make that conversation, and it can be tricky in the beginning, but I would just say keep doing it. The more you do it, the better you get. And that's the goal here. There is no just sudden way to walk through the door of being comfortable, but just do it and you'll be amazed at maybe how much you like it and how fun it is. Using this digital technology is wonderful. So let's say you finished the broadcast, everything was great. You left them with a very strong call to action. What do you want them to do? Don't just end your broadcast. Either A, send you a direct message, comment, like. You can go back and look at all of these indicators on your insights to see who was there, and you could direct message them from there. But the more they start that initiation of conversation, the better. Maybe you're sending them to the Facebook group. Maybe you are sending them to your blog or your lead magnet or some URL where they can get more information. So just leave them with something, a direct call to action, and then you can end the broadcast. Once you end the broadcast, you have two options. One, you can save the video, which you'll definitely want to do, especially if you plan to repurpose that. Maybe you want to put that in YouTube. Maybe you want to put that on your Facebook stories. It may be too long for Snapchat, depending on the length of time they're allowing at the time you're watching this, or Messenger stories, but those things are constantly changing, so it's worth checking out. Maybe you just upload that directly to Facebook as well. Even though it won't be the ideal sizing for that platform, sometimes people do it anyway, and it's a great way to get even more eyes on what it is you're doing. Next, you're going to want to share your video. What this does is it makes a standalone story at the top of the newsfeed when people are logging into Instagram and they see it has a little pink play button, and that indicates there's a live video that is there. So they can click that and watch the duration of the video as long as you made it. It could be 1 minute, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. You don't want to make it too long or you might lose people before you get to the call to action. Something relevant, quick, digestible, and entertaining. That's really the key to keep people engaged. And so once you share that, then for the next 24 hours, your followers will see that in their feed. So these are some simple strategies to live video that will be very helpful. Now, as far as the Facebook algorithms go, the more comments you get on your feed, the more eyes you get on that broadcast, the better chance of you being placed on the discoverable pages because you're in the top Facebook Live videos, it grows. Now, you do have to have probably a few hundred eyes, and in the beginning, you may just have 1 or 2 people on your broadcast, and don't get discouraged by that. Remember that the more you're presenting relevant content that is helping your following and that they're liking, that's really impacting them and making them feel like this is a priority to watch whatever it is you are teaching, that's how you build a following. That's why it's really important to know your content. What is it that you are sharing? Again, if you can't really think of anything, go talk to those people close to you. Do a little brainstorm session. There is something very unique, some knowledge that you have that you can share with the world. That's what every single one of us has to give, is our knowledge. And in this digital age, it's amazing that now you can share it in such an amazing way to help engage the conversation, get people in, and build your business.